This is Dotloop. It's the online platform where all of our paperwork is stored. So each loop represents a buyer or seller. So listings I have as the address with the MLS number. Buyers are listed with a B and then the name of the buyer. So inside of a loop, this is a buyer. And inside that loop are all the paperwork that we need that have to be turned in or shared. And then below it are the people that have access to it. And then there's tasks below, which we don't use that too often. So what I typically do is when we start the loop, we add in this document checklist. And so everything that is on this list has to be turned in for me to get paid. So under the buyer forms, from here, this is the kind of our preliminary, and then once we get under contract, this all has to be turned in, and then at closing, this stuff has to be turned in. And so with a listing, you then have this stuff up here as well, and then you kind of skip over the buyer forms into the closing documents and the pending. So when you get out of there, here are all the forms. So if it's in bold black print, it hasn't been opened. And when I put something into the loop, typically what I do is fill it out and then I change the name to like a working with real estate agents brochure, the buyer agency. It is more commonality in words, I guess, and so it makes it easier to see what I have, and then I know that I've already addressed it. Over here it says like this offer to purchase has been signed. There's a digital or e-signature platform inside of Dotloop. So for example, this property disclosure, you can add a signature, add text, and assign it to whoever is in the loop, and then you can share it with them and have it signed that way, and so it eliminates the need for pen and paper signatures. So basically, once everything is in here and it's completed, all the signatures are done, and you know that everything is there and it is ready to be looked at by the admin at our office, we can click Submit for Review. And then you select your type. So if it's a buyer, obviously you're going to be clicking Buying. If during a listing, you can click Listing and then put Initial Review. So if it's not under contract, it still needs to be reviewed, especially listings have to be reviewed prior to it being under contract. Within 3 days of taking the listing is when they really like to have that. So, let's see. Well, I'm not going to show you on that one because I don't want to submit it without actually doing it. But so then it'll ask you some questions, you just fill that out, and then it will be reviewed. If there's any problems, they will let us know. So that's kind of just a basic rundown of Dotloop. And anyway, that's it.